Hello and welcome to this video on enhancing your chances of working in the UK after you graduate as an international student. This video forms part of our Visas, What You Need to Know When Applying for Graduate Roles in the UK series. My name's Helen and I'm one of the careers consultants from the Career Service. We're going to cover what UK employers want from international candidates. We'll help you understand your value as an international student and the benefits that you can bring to an employer or organisation. We'll tell you more about who employs international students in the UK. We'll talk through answering questions on application forms relating to visas, and we'll finish by giving you some advice on how to improve your chances of securing UK employment as an international student. So what do UK employers expect? No matter whether you're an international student or a home student, applying for graduate roles in the UK is a competitive process. You need to have a good understanding of what the employer is looking for before you apply for the role. Here are the key things that employers are looking for in your applications. Firstly, they want to know that you can do the job, that you have the necessary skills and competencies required in order to carry out the responsibilities of the role. They also want to know your motivations for applying for the role. They want to know why you have applied for a role with them specifically and that you'll be a good fit for their organisation. They will also expect excellent English language skills, so it's really important that your applications are accurate with a high level of English throughout. Compared with what you might be used to in your home country, getting the highest marks in your degree is less important with UK employers. Employers are particularly interested in understanding your transferable skills, which may have been developed from your studies, as well as extracurricular activities and work experience. And on the right are some top skills that UK employers look for. Overall, they want someone who is interested in their organisation. So we've already mentioned that applying for roles in the UK is a competitive process. So as an international student, it's really important to be aware of what makes you stand out from other applicants. As well as strong academic results and English language skills, graduate employers are looking for a range of skills and may ask you to give examples of these during the recruitment process. Typical skills many employers look for include things like teamwork, communication, problem solving, and time management. But it's also really important to think about the skills that have been strengthened by your experience as an international student. For example, many of you will have foreign language skills. You will probably also have a good level of intercultural awareness, having adapted to life in the UK, as well as studying and working with international students from across the globe. Think about how that might be beneficial to a graduate employer. For instance, you might be the ideal person to help a business build relationships with clients or suppliers overseas. You will probably also bring a great deal of commercial awareness about how business is done in your home country, which may be particularly attractive to a multinational company or an organisation working with customers or suppliers in your home country. This is where it can be useful to research cultural and business membership organisations and forums linked with your home country, for instance the China-Britain Business Council, the UK-India Business Council, or regional chambers of commerce. You're also probably highly flexible and adaptable, having adjusted quickly to life and study in the UK. Lots of employers are looking for employees who can adapt to new environments, new people, new processes, new workspaces, and problem solve effectively. This is exactly what you had to do when you moved to the UK, so you can use this fact to highlight your flexibility to a prospective employer. Think about how you can evidence these skills already, but equally, if there are any of these that you'd like to develop over the course of your studies at Newcastle University, you have time to do so. So who employs international students? It's safe to say that a wide range of employers in the UK are recruiting international students and graduates. On this slide here, you'll see some examples from UK employers who have recently recruited Newcastle University international graduates since 2021. But don't let this list limit you. So if you're searching for opportunities in the UK, make sure that you use a variety of resources to help you search for employment. The link below on the screen will help you get started. It will take you to an area of the Career Service website that will provide lots of different resources and links to help you in your search. If you're thinking about sponsorship, for instance, under the skilled worker route, you could think about looking for roles in multinational organisations. Employers from large global companies such as law firms, banks, consultancy firms might be more likely to sponsor graduates, as firstly they usually have a license to do so, and secondly their business requires a global outlook and language skills, for instance, are highly sought after. The challenge is that these firms are particularly competitive, and therefore students and graduates need to consider backup plans when applying for these organisations in case their applications aren't successful. You might also find it useful to look at the gov.uk website, which publishes a list of companies in the UK who have previously sponsored workers. You can click into the link provided here and you'll see that there are thousands of companies on this list already. This can be a really useful tool to cross-reference. For example, if you see an interesting job advert, you could check to see if the company is already listed on the sponsorship list. Now, just because a company isn't on the list doesn't mean that they aren't going to consider sponsoring you if you're the best candidate for the role. But equally, use the list with caution. Just because a company is on the list, it doesn't mean that they are currently looking to offer sponsorship. Not all of the companies listed on here may have sponsored recent graduates also. Some might have hired more experienced workers. Student Circus is another useful website which was set up by former international students in the UK. It advertises roles from employers who have a sponsor licence. While their website does charge students to use it, you might be interested in exploring the 30-day free trial that they currently offer. When applying for graduate roles in the UK, some students aren't sure how to answer questions you might see on application forms, asking you if you have the permission to work in the UK or the legal right to work in the UK. If you're asked this, we advise saying yes, as selecting no can sometimes result in an automatic rejection. Where possible, we recommend adding a supporting statement into your application form or covering letter to explain your situation. You could mention your eligibility to work in the UK for 2 years or 3 years if you're a PhD student through the graduate route, which does not require the employer to offer sponsorship. You also have the eligibility to apply for the skilled worker route if the employer is willing to offer sponsorship. As the new immigration rules are so new, be prepared to have to explain your eligibility to an employer during the application process. Some employers might not be aware of current visa regulations and the opportunity to now offer you paid employment without needing to sponsor you through the graduate route. You could use the suggested wording on this slide to help you when you're making applications, as well as signpost employers to the gov.uk website under the link here, which has more detailed information about the different immigration routes available. So what can you do to improve your chances of securing graduate employment in the UK as an international student? First, I would recommend that you start early and do your research. Make sure you dedicate time to look at the opportunities that are out there and check application deadlines so you can get organised and prioritise which applications to make first. You might want to make a list, perhaps in Excel, of all the companies and roles which interest you and when their deadlines are so that you can prioritise. And remember, only apply for roles that you genuinely want. It's also important to build contacts, so think about your current connections and how they might be able to give you career insights or signpost you to opportunities. This could be your lecturers, classmates, or colleagues you've worked with in the past. Try thinking about making new contacts also, and this is where things such as attending employer events and using LinkedIn can really help. You can also use LinkedIn to see where previous international students have been employed in the UK. You could get in touch with them to ask for their advice. We also recommend gaining as much experience as you can during your studies. Both UK and international employers look for candidates with a wide range of experience. This will help you when it comes to making applications, as you will have developed a range of skills and will have plenty of examples to draw upon. So think about how you could talk about experiences you've already had in an application. It doesn't always have to be doing an internship. There are lots of opportunities to gain valuable experience through volunteering, student societies, part-time jobs, and through your course. Now is a really great time to learn new skills or build upon your existing skills. I'd also recommend that you think quality, not quantity, in the application process. I cannot stress enough how important it is to make fewer applications but spend longer on them and get support from the Careers Service. This will ensure that your applications are of a higher quality and will be more likely to impress the employer. And finally, use the support available from the Careers Service. We can help you plan for your career if you don't know what to do. We can help you understand where to search for opportunities, and we can also provide feedback on your applications. We also run regular skills workshops and sessions with employers throughout the year. So there's lots of support that we can provide to you now, as well as up to 3 years after you graduate. Before we finish, a reminder to join our International Student Pathway. So if you would like some more in-depth insight to help develop your career as an international student at Newcastle University, sign up to our International Student Pathway in My Career. This pathway is an online course that contains information and activities to support your career as an international student, all in one convenient place. There are lots of different topics that the pathway covers, from how to find a part-time job in the UK as an international student, to understanding skills that employers are looking for, to understanding how to write an effective application. You can sign up to the pathway through the link below.